Multiple vehicle people inspection points by different agencies. The pain and the traffic. This is the driver's nightmare. Correspondent investigates the overlapping duties of the officers on the road. And in politics, Allied People's Movement sends Board of Trustees packing. In sports, AFCON is gone. The apprehension, anxiety and suspense that enveloped the continent is over. The Lions from Senegal swallowed the Pharaohs of Egypt. Welcome to Panorama. I'm Ruth Aguela. You know you can follow this news broadcast live on our website nta.ng/live and on YouTube channel NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page is at NTA Network News, on Twitter at NTANewsNow, and on Instagram NTA Network for all the updates. Nigeria and Ethiopia have resolved to spearhead efforts at achieving sustainable peace, stability and democratic order on the African continent for a prosperous future. This came to the fore at a high-level engagement between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, on the margins of the ongoing African Union Summit holding in Addis Ababa. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
In the high-level meeting, President Muhammadu Buhari and the Ethiopian Prime Minister critically analyzed the prevailing situation in Africa, especially the unconstitutional changes of government, which they described as a disastrous wave that has been sweeping recently in parts of the continent. The two leaders are worried that the resurgence of coup d'etats, coupled with the unresolved conflicts and other security challenges, can only undermine efforts at achieving the desired progress on the continent.
This is a critical situation for Africa, a crossroads that requires leadership, good, solid leadership, and that it was really the responsibility of the big countries on the continent to now step up and provide that leadership for the whole continent. And so they are looking at how to come together, a few countries, to deliver that leadership.
The Ethiopian Prime Minister also used the opportunity to thank President Muhammadu Buhari for Nigeria's support to his country during its trying times recently and efforts at restoring normalcy.
The President really expressed his gratitude and believes that Mr. President's role and support and encouragement have been absolutely crucial to stabilizing the situation here in Ethiopia. The President welcomed the direction in which things are now going and the big effort to unite such a big country. He compares it to Nigeria, the diversity and the size of Ethiopia, and the effort to keep it as one and to deliver real development and prosperity for the people of this country.
Nigeria and Ethiopia, Africa's leading countries demographically, have long-standing and robust bilateral relations spanning decades. Both President Muhammadu Buhari and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, however, believe that opportunities abound for expansion in critical economic sectors towards enhancing mutual progress and prosperity. In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari formally received a comprehensive briefing on the coup attempt to oust President Umaru Sissoco Embalo of Guinea-Bissau, which was aborted by loyal forces. This was when he granted audience to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Guinea-Bissau, Suzy Basosa, who is representing President Umaru Sissoco Embalo at the ongoing AU summit in Ethiopia.
The Foreign Affairs Minister of Guinea-Bissau came to deliver a message from the President of Guinea-Bissau and essentially to provide Mr. President with the details of what transpired during the attempted coup d'etat. He was shown pictures, the deaths and the destruction that occurred, and sympathized and promised to together with his Chief of Defense Staff and others to look at what Nigeria can do to help to support and stabilize the democratic system in Guinea-Bissau, so they don't go back to the situation they had, in the last 15 years.
Guinea-Bissau's Foreign Minister Suzy Basosa had told President Muhammadu Buhari that the coup planners who attempted to kill President Umaru Sissoco Embalo destroyed the presidential palace with bazookas, as a result of which 11 young people paid the supreme price. The restoration of order, she said, took about 5 hours. From Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Back home, the National Executive Committee of the Allied People's Movement has passed a vote of no confidence and suspended the entire Board of Trustees of the party until further notice. Timothy Yusuf will tell us more.
This is an emergency National Executive Committee meeting of the Allied People's Movement. The meeting, among other resolutions, mandated the Yusuf Dantale-led National Working Committee to initiate a process for the conduct of state congresses and national convention of the party after the 2023 general election.
We have resolved that the BOT of our party, as presently constituted, is deficient, ineffective, and cannot perform official functions as clearly stated in our constitution. Consequently, we have decided to unanimously pass a vote of no confidence and suspend the entire BOT until further notice. That we have mandated the National Chairman and the National Working Committee to henceforth continue to function in their stead.
I'm not suspended, and nobody can suspend me because I'm a stakeholder of this party.
NEC also gave approval to the party's national chairman to negotiate with like-minded political parties that will want to enter into alliance or coalition with the APM in contesting various offices in 2023 general election without compromising the party's ideology. The emergency NEC also adopted a new membership card with a code for effective membership drive and identification of members. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
As Nigeria seeks to diversify the economy, prioritizing agriculture is an alternative to generate revenue. Ifeanyi Zumba in this report takes a look at some of the viable options to be adopted.
Agriculture worldwide has been identified as the key ingredient to any nation's stable economic growth and crucial for elimination of hunger. In Nigeria, due to weak infrastructure, the potential agricultural produce holds for the country is yet to be harnessed. Experts state that for Nigeria to make any headway in improving agricultural activities and creating wealth, there must be a mechanized approach to it.
The majority of the local government area council areas, the farmers, they do not know what to do. They just apply fertilizer, whatever quantity, they don't know how to apply it, they don't know the quantity to use. So this is why we are on the advocacy side.
What measures can the government adopt to assist private initiatives to contribute their own quota in boosting agriculture in Nigeria?
We cannot continue to say we want to increase agriculture by just merely using these local tools now, and cutlasses. There's nowhere we can go with it. We need to also bring technology into agriculture.
Don't just go outside the farmers in the hinterland to say you want to do agriculture. Wherever we have in Abuja, we have in Lagos, we have in Kano, it's not where the agric is being produced. The produce comes from somewhere, in the villages, in the communities, with low people. And these are the people that are not having the influence of government upon them. So we want the government to actually look for platforms.
In recognition of the important role of research in improving agricultural production, the FCT administration has continued to sustain its support to institutions to enhance food production, all in its effort at moving towards a more sustainable agriculture for the progress of the nation. Ifeanyi Zumba, NTA News.
Of the Nigerian Customs Series, Zone A has intercepted more than 75,000 packs of tramadol with street value of 3 billion naira. Although the owner of the warehouse we hear where the items were seized is at large, the unit was still able to arrest 23 suspects in connection with various infractions. Michael Lale reports.
The renewed strategies adopted by the Nigeria Customs Service to rid the country of smuggling activities is gradually paying off. This time, 75,492 packs of tramadol were discovered at a warehouse in Monkey Village in Kirikiri area of Lagos. The warehouse has been sealed, but the customs is still on the lookout for the owner. This is in addition to another set of expired drugs separately impounded.
As a matter of fact, from this diclofenac sodium 50 milligram with caffeine 50 milligram has the capacity of treating eight different ailments, but it expired since May 2019, and now all they needed to do was to just remove the package, rebrand, and extend the lifespan. Then Nigerians will start buying this and be complaining of, hey, this one is wrong with me, this one is wrong with nobody we know.
It has become extremely impossible for the customs to record any seizure without bags of rice. But the tactics employed to conceal 1,000 bags out of the 9,697 seized within 3 weeks beats the imagination of the customs. 1,000 bags were shared and concealed among bags of cement across 10 trailers.
Back side, you know, they leave cement around that side. So all they needed to do was to just arrange. When they ferry them in with their motorcycles, they will heap them somewhere. Then they start loading like this.
Other items seized include 195 bales of second-hand clothing, 17 used vehicles and tires. Within this same period, 5 suspects have been given administrative bail out of the 23 arrested, while 18 are still in custody. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NTA News.
In another development, over 22,160 kilograms of illicit substances have been seized in a sting operation conducted in 8 states by the operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Now, these substances are identified as codeine syrups, methamphetamine, loud, and cannabis sativa, among others, believed to have fueled a lot of criminal activities in the country. 29 suspects were arrested in connection with the crime, as well as 268 debit cards seized from one of the suspects. Meanwhile, NDLEA says it has destroyed 3 hectares of 4 dry season cannabis farms in Igbori Forest of Orionwo, local government area of Edo State. All right, let's go on a break. We're back shortly. Stay tuned.
Records indicate that millions of people are on the move every day.
Urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.